Well, that was an uneventful win for everyone, but we needed that as a program. It was 4 tough weeks, 4 emotional weeks, and our program needed, our players needed that. Very pleased with how we came out and executed in all 3 phases. I thought anytime you get a shutout in college football, that is huge. I don't care who you're playing. And even when they were driving down in the third quarter there, Dex Lawson with a big pick and flipped the field for us. But offense, 545 yards, that's excellent. Probably disappointing the most, about 0 for 5 on third down, but we were 2 for 3 on fourth down. So overall, I'm happy. I'm glad to see some of those young guys get quality reps, and that will pay dividends for the future.
All right, we'll take questions.
Hey, Coach, how nice was it for you to get backup quarterback McBride some reps in a game? I know you spoke before the season how nice it was having Chase Bryce. Helps you sleep better at night, but you needed to figure out who the backup was going to be.
It was huge. It was big to get Brady in there and get some reps and watch him lead our offense down the field on one drive. I'm not sure who scored that touchdown, Brady or our running back, but it was big. It was big to get him in there. It was really good to see some young guys get some reps in there. And Spellman played excellent all day today. It's the second week in a row he's played. Got some young tight ends in the game, and then Kanye Roberts, and that was impressive. I knew he's going to be a special back, but he's 5th on the depth chart right now, and to see him get some reps was excellent. But overall, very pleased, especially the younger guys to go in and execute and at a high level and move the ball down the field.
Perfect.
Chris Peterson, WXII. Coach, what can you learn from a game like this? How do you evaluate when you win by as many as you did?
Well, if you go back, this could have went one or two ways. It could have been a sloppy game and have a bunch of mistakes and turn the football over. And with the weather coming in, we went out and practiced yesterday in the rain, so we were prepared for it. But that's what we do as a program. That's why we go out in the early spring, in the rain, the snow, the wind, because we're going to play these kind of games. But it was big for us, and we needed that. We needed that as a program. We needed to get some of our older guys some rest. And I don't say this to the media, but we've been banged up for the last 4 weeks. And to get some guys some time off and to heal a little bit before we get into conference play was huge for us.
Chase, again, 5 total touchdowns for Chase. Just talk a little bit about his performance today.
You see him, like I say, I'm very proud of Chase. And, it's the quarterback and the head coach are very, very similar in some ways, that when you do very well, you get all the credit. When you do poorly, you get all the blame. And Chase and I laughed all week about some of the social media posts and all that stuff, but it was good for Chase. And that just kind of goes to show you what kind of kid he is, how he represents our program, and what he stands for. So very happy for Chase, but he knows the big picture. And all of our goals are in front of us right now. Our goal is to be 1-0 next week versus Texas State. I'm not sure how they did this today, but that's going to be a very challenging team for us. They have a lot of transfers, and they have about 40 or 50 transfers on the team. So big challenge for us to get ready for conference play.
And lastly, Coach, I know you touched on it in your opening statement, but just not having to deal with the drama at the end of a game, not having to worry about late game management and things like that. How nice was that for you and your staff at the end of the game today?
It's what I needed. It's what our team needed, and it's more about the team. Just to go out and play clean football. We had 0 turnovers. We got a turnover on defense. I thought our special teams played clean, and we needed that. And some teams get that early in the season. This is Game 5. We needed that kind of game to go out and execute.
Sean, you had 1 snap in the third quarter, and you managed to score a touchdown off of it. Talk about that.
That was good. No, it's these kind of games, and that was our keys to victory. Was every possession counts, because in a triple option offense, you're not sure how many possessions you get. On average, you get 14 possessions in a football game, and the Citadel's opponents were getting 9 possessions in a football game. So we knew every possession counted, and we needed to score as many points as we could early. And we're going to be very classy here at Appalachian State and not try to embarrass anyone. So we put our backups in and make sure they get plenty of reps.
How weird was it to be facing a player at a pivotal position, quarterback, who had been a part of your program? You had personally coached Peyton Derek, over the years. How weird was it to prepare for somebody like that to play against you today?
Well, first off, I have a lot of respect for Peyton Derek. Anytime you come through our program and he did things the right way, he handled himself, and thought that he needed a new start. But Peyton Derek's a friend of our program. He's been to both bowl games since I've been the head football coach. He was in Myrtle Beach, and he was down in Florida for our bowl game, and he's very supportive. He always sends you a text wishing you good luck. And if you go back, Peyton Derek led the country in 2018 in percentage. He was 5 for 5 in throwing and 3 touchdown passes. He came in at Penn State and ran a fade route and threw. It was 4th and 2. He scored a touchdown. So I know he has a lot of intangibles, and he's a really good quarterback, and nice to go out there. But we had a nice pregame talk, and then after the game we spoke again. But a lot of respect for Peyton and his parents. He's a fantastic young man.
What did you learn from last week's that you applied today?
Well, I think a lot about character, and that was a tough loss last week. And we're not going to look in the rearview mirror, but it was really how are you going to bounce back, and how can we improve a weekly improvement in our program. And I think it goes back to our guys they were hurt, they were crushed. It took a little bit longer to get over last week's loss because it was tough, and that was versus a very good James Madison opponent. But we know we didn't play our best last week, and we want to come out and just prove to ourselves, because really all you have is in that locker room down there, and that's really what we need to be successful. But we think we prove we can bounce back and play at a high level and play clean football.